is Trey Leith. I'm a gynecologic oncologist at UAB. I've been friends with and worked with Dr. Huss since 1999, so almost 25 years. I've been able to really witness firsthand his dedication to not only his patients, but also other patients by making sure that we had access to cutting-edge clinical trials. And then more recently is ultimately his decision when he was the division director to start a program really focused on ovarian cancer here at UAB. The establishment and really the development of this ovarian cancer program has allowed us to formalize a lot of the other aspects that are so important in clinical care.
As Dr. High is on the forefront of research, I think his passion is cervical cancer research, but he also participates in all of the gynecology, the ovarian cancer, the cervical cancer, the endometrial trials. We help patients to get treatment that they wouldn't get as a standard of care. It's like the new and the best treatment available.
Being in the southern part of the country, cervical cancer is actually a major clinical issue here and with our patient population, and so I think his work in that area of research has been really instrumental in helping to advance how we take care of these patients and has allowed patients to have much greater access to care. One of our patients that we continue to see and take care of was coming in for one of her routine annual surveillance visits and brought him a gift, and it actually was her license plate that she had on her car that said "I owe her," and she had essentially been driving around like a walking billboard, but when she gave it to him, she said, you know, I feel like I owe you my life and I'm forever grateful for the care that you've given me, and so I felt like this was one way to pay it back.
Especially in infusion, Dr. Hutt is very just present, even in just like making sure that our patients have juice and snacks and crackers, you know, and things that maybe we run out of or maybe we don't have that day. Dr. Hutt will go out of his own pocket to make sure that those things are provided in our clinic.
Dr. Hutt never forgets the name of every single person in the room, whether that person is a medical student that rotated on our service once or a patient's daughter that came to one visit. Somehow Dr. Hutt remembers their name, remembers what their parents do for a living, remembers what their dreams and aspirations are, and like really knows how to touch them in that way.
Well, I was also a patient of his, and he took care of me and made sure that I had everything that I needed while I was in the hospital. He has always treated me with the utmost respect, and I have more respect for him having been a patient of his and seeing exactly what he does on the other side.
He exudes confidence and calmness, and he's always very straightforward. It always comes across with, you know, the utmost, you know, respect and love for that patient, and people trust him.
He's good with people. He's really great at teasing out each individual person's skill set and helping them perform to the best of their ability in their job.
Dr. Hutt does a lot of very prestigious things, and he's involved in very prestigious organizations, but he's a very humble guy. So when you're in the same room as Dr. Hutt, you would not realize how impressive his resume is.
I mean, that's one of the things about Dr. Hutt. You would never know that he was speaking at the UN, he was the chair of the #5 department in the country.
Several of his projects that he's been a participant in have been published in high-impact journals, including one in the New England Journal of Medicine.
He's on, you know, billboards, he's on Instagram posts for UAB, and I think it's wonderful. I can't think of anyone better to represent this department. I think he does a great job, and he's very passionate about our department.
If you see him now versus you see what's on the billboard, he's grown his hair out, he looks a lot different.
Definitely prefer the long hair. He has great long hair. That's another part of that presence. You know, he just takes up that room with that hair. It's great.
From the time that I first met him, he has always struck me as somebody who is not only brilliant, but humble and a leader. And he has been an amazing role model for me and has really been there for me every step of the way of my training. And it's truly been an honor to work with him over the last 10 years.
I just want him to know how grateful I am to having worked with and having known Warner Hutt. It is just, it's made an impact on my life.